YouTubers. I hope that today you are nice and cool and in a shady spot with preferably air conditioning, but I know that with summer upon us that isn't always the case. So today I just wanted to talk about some common misconceptions and mistakes that I hear all the time, which is very surprising in today's day and age with all we know about sunblock, because when I was younger we just didn't even ever hear about it. But however, there are a lot of mistakes that I hear, and so I'm just hoping to help you out. And maybe some of these things you do know, but you'd be surprised possibly at how many that you might not know. My pigmented beauties out there, this is for you too. You also need to be protected. So hopefully I can clear up some of these mistakes and common misconceptions and just help you be safe for the summer and anytime that you're in the sun or exposed. So let's go ahead and get started. So SPF stands for sun protection factor. So one of the common misconceptions that I always hear is somebody saying, well, if I wear SPF, then I'm not going to get a tan. That couldn't be further from the truth. You'll still get a tan. Some people take longer than others. That's just genetics. It's the burn that you don't want. And I have heard people saying, well, I need to get burnt before I can get a tan. Have you ever seen a burn that actually looks good later after it actually heals? Yeah, you get some pigment, but you're peeling. It just looks disgusting. So, you know, why run the risk? And also it's going to look uneven. You're going to still get a tan, but you're just protecting yourself from the sun's harmful rays. Another common misconception is, oh, if I buy 75 SPF, I'm going to get longer protection, more protection, and I'm going to be okay for the whole day. Part of that is true. You are going to get a little bit more protection with a higher SPF, but don't waste your money. An SPF 30 is just fine. In regards to the number as far as SPF, an SPF of 30 is going to give you about 96% sunscreen coverage. With a 50, you're going to get about 98, and with an SPF of 75, you're going to get about 99, but you're never going to get full coverage from the sun. So spending tons of money for 75, if you really want that extra percentage, go ahead, but a 30 is going to do you just fine. Another common misconception is that, well, I'm wearing makeup and my makeup has an SPF. I'm willing to bet that you are not wearing enough makeup to give you full coverage. When it comes to putting on your SPF, it is very important that you slather that shit on and make sure that you have some kind of routine. So make sure, like for me, I start with my forehead and then I just work my way down. Anything that's going to be exposed to the sun, you want to give it some sort of protection, whether it be clothes or SPF. With SPF, the little is not always the more. It goes the actual opposite. You want to slather it on. Sprays are fine, but just make sure that you're rubbing them in, and at least give yourself about a half hour before you get in the water and about 15 minutes before you expose yourself to full sun. So just to let that SPF sink in and give you that protection. And again, if you can, use cute umbrellas, use cute hats. Just try to give yourself some protection, because you're going to want to be protected as much as you can. And there are lots of skincare products out there that are designed to not look greasy and not look too heavy. Right about now you might be saying, well, crazy, I went out to the beach the other day or to the pool or insert whatever activity that you did that was in the sun and I still got burnt. Well, chances are there's either a couple or one of a few things that might have happened. First of all is you weren't applying it correctly, as we just talked about. You need to make sure that you're applying it fully and making sure that you really let that set in before you go out in the sun. Another problem may be that you didn't reapply it. You need to reapply sunscreen as often as possible, but if you're in full sun, you need to be at least reapplying about every 2 hours at the longest. Now, if you are in water and you're splashing around, getting wet or sweating, you want to make sure that you're reapplying it even sooner. So if you are in full sun and you're getting wet or you're sweating, make sure that you reapply it at least every hour. The FDA has made it a rule that companies can no longer put on the packaging that something is waterproof, sweat-proof, any wording like that. They can use resistant, but that's just meaning that that lotion is going to last a little bit longer than a regular sun lotion would last. So you still need to be reapplying that a little bit more. And even if you have an SPF of 75, that has nothing to do with the time that you need to be reapplying it. So if you don't want to have to keep reapplying that often, again, make sure that you're wearing hats, that you're using some sort of shading. Take breaks out of the water. A lot of times it's just not great on the whole system to be out in full sun for too long. But I understand that some of us have no choice. So at least try to get some shade breaks as often as possible, or just keep reapplying that sunblock. Don't forget that sunscreen does have a expiration date, so throw out those old ones that you had in your beach bag for 5 years, couple years. Get rid of them and make sure that you are checking the expiration dates on these. Also, if you've had it maybe since a couple summers ago or even last summer, especially the ones that are open to where you're touching, they can be exposed to germs and become contaminated, and that will also ruin the sort of protection that you're getting from it. So better be safe than sorry, and just get rid of the old ones that you've had around for a while and just grab some new ones and you'll be set. Remember, the sun doesn't take breaks or holidays or weekends off. That sun is always out there. Even if it's a very cloudy day, foggy, anything like that, that sun is out there, and that sun is even more damaging than on sunny days, because what's happening is, yes, it's blocking the light, but however, you're still getting those damaging UV rays and you're getting them full on without light. So make sure that even on cloudy, foggy days, you are still using your sunscreen. It's really more important than any other day to get that on there. Really, the only times that you don't need sunscreen is at night, obviously when the sun is on the other side of the planet, or when you're in full-on shade. So just make sure that you are always wearing sunscreen. Even if you go into work and you go in when it's light, you come out when it's dark, protect yourself. Even just a couple minutes is going to cause damage. So better be safe than sorry. And always remember also that you can get eyes burned. So make sure that you're wearing some sort of sunglasses. That'll also help with those fine lines when you're doing the squinting thing. If you put on sunglasses, you're not squinting and you are also protecting those eyes. Trust me, it has happened to me and it's not fun. So make sure you're protecting those eyes too. So just think of it this way, no matter who you are, what your skin type, the sun doesn't like you when it comes to skincare. That sun is out to get you, so protect yourself the best that you can. And I know it seems like a lot of work, but isn't your skincare and your life important enough to use that extra protection? We put a lot of time into a lot of other things. Maybe take just a couple extra minutes out of your time. Doesn't take too long. So I believe that about covers it. If I have left anything out, maybe you have some tips also that you use to help stay protected. Let me know. Put those in the comments below so we can share them with everybody. So get on out there. Let's have fun. Let's have a great summer. So I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope that whatever you're doing is full of joy and cheer. And remember, never quit your daydreams. And I will see you next time. And peace.
A lot of work, but isn't your health and your life important enough to... Isn't your health and your life important enough to clear up some of those mistakes and misconceptions so that you can remain safe this summer and anytime that you're exposed to the sun? So working on a good skincare routine, it's going to set you back. So just a day, one burn, one tiny burn is going to set you back months on your skincare. It gives you wrinkles, it just tears your skin up. And when you do get a burn, you always, if you are applying it correctly. So what that means is with an SPF of 30, you're getting 96, again, that skin is staying protected. Other precautions, you cannot count solely on your sunscreen. It's very important that so when applied correctly, an SPF of 30 is going to give you an Now in regards to the little number, which is, so have a great time. I just want to be done.